Welcome, Taurus, to your December 2021 reading. Thanks so much for tuning in. If this is the first time you tuned in, I offer free mini readings for all new subscribers. So if you've got a question about this particular reading or something that this reading doesn't cover for you, just click that subscribe button and ask your question in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Now, Taurus, you've got a real theme coming through for you in December, and that is endings and new beginnings. Not only do you have two tens, which 10 is the number of an ending that leads to a new beginning, but you've got the Death card here as well. And this is often a card of rebirth, renewal. And so to have those three cards here, I feel like this is a real theme for you in December. Now, your first card is the Page of Wands. Now, this can represent Sagittarian. I would normally read this card as Sagittarius, but because this is a general reading, this can represent any fire sign. So that is Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius here. But what all pages are about are messages or messengers. So you may have someone coming into your life in December that is going to give you some news about your career, about something that you want to study, something you are passionate about, some sort of creative project that you have been thinking about. You might be seeking some knowledge here as well. You may be wanting to start a new course, or certainly looking into some new courses that perhaps may interest you and give you more knowledge. But this is quite a card of creativity. It's a card of adventure. It's a card of confidence and passion and discovery and exploration. So this is a lot of the energy that's going on for you in December as well. And I feel like this is all about you discovering the beauty that's around you, discovering, finding your way, finding what makes you happy, what brings you passion, what brings you joy. So a lot of this is going to be happening. And it's interesting that that's right above the Death card. So perhaps you're not feeling very passionate or enthusiastic about where you are in life right now when it comes to your career or your hobbies or your knowledge, or things that just fire you up. You haven't been feeling that, and so you are going to be starting this new lease on life, or a new way of thinking or looking at things in December. Now, you've got the Four of Swords there, and it's interesting that the Four of Swords is right next to the Ten of Swords. And that Four of Swords is taking a step back to really relax and heal from any mental stresses, worries, torments, things that have really been on your mind. If things have been bothering you, have been stressing you. I mean, look at the imagery in the Ten of Swords. You see the figure with all of these massive pins being driven into her hair, into her head. And this is like worries that have been on your mind. And I feel like the Four of Swords, you are absolutely going to be taking some time out in December to unwind, to relax, to heal, to get your thoughts together. The Four of Swords is that card that closes the door on the outside world and just gives you some time for respite and for relaxation. So I really feel that for a lot of you, you have been very stressed, very worried. This could be to do with work, your money situation as well. But this is really just as, the Four of Swords is saying you're healing from any of that stuff. The Ten of Swords, it feels like you've been kind of under attack, or you've hit rock bottom in some way. You know, you're just mentally exhausted here. And I feel like, and this could, yeah, as I said, a lot of you, this could either be to do with your emotional life here, but I feel like this is more to do with your work or your money situation. But in December, I do see some relaxation, some rest coming in for you, which is wonderful. That Four of Swords is just saying, even meditating is really going to help you a lot now. So if you're not able to take any time off over the Christmas period, I mean, you might get a little bit of time off, but if you're not able to take any extra time out, really meditate. That's going to help you recover and bring some tranquility into your life from the energy of that Ten of Swords here. Now, the Three of Pentacles, I feel like you are doing great work here. You are building a wonderful life and career for yourself. It's right above the Four of Wands. And the Three of Pentacles talks about you working really hard at something that is bringing you like it's bringing you a place in your career. I feel like there's a lot of collaboration going on in a nice tight knit, if I can get the words out, tight knit little team. This is a card of teamwork and working together, a card of cooperation and harmony, combining your skills together to get what it is that you want, to get where it is you want to go. Building a wonderful life for yourself as well. I mean, if you look at the imagery on this particular card, the figure is getting assistance from the birds to build a beautiful brick flower. A brick flower, interesting. But something that is perhaps delicate but very strong as well here. So you are building on what it is that you have already put a lot of energy and work into. And it's quite successful. This is a successful card. I mean, Three of Pentacles is always about you entering into a project with a lot of respect for the other people involved, a lot of respect for people's opinions, and you're going to succeed here on whatever it is that you're wanting to build. Now, I did touch on that Death card. Now, this is also the card of Scorpio. So you may have a significant Scorpio in your life that's going to bring you a lot of emotional stability, a lot of emotional comfort as well, if this is a Scorpio in your life, because it's right beside the Ten of Cups. But that Death card is an ending. As I said, it's an ending, a renewal. Whenever there's an ending, there's always a renewal. And this is transformation. And if you look at the imagery in this card, it's almost like the person in the card is just stripping bare, down to the bare bones. And I feel like you are sort of starting again, stripping things back. There's an inevitable ending here in December, and it's a card of completion, but it is a transition. There is a finality. There's something final here. This could have to do with your work for some of you. It could also have to do with an emotional situation that you have been involved in. This is ending and changing and transforming here for you as well. Sorry, I just touched my microphone. You're probably going to hear a terrible sound there. But this is, I like the energy of the Death card here, because this, as I said, this is a transformation. This is going to get you out of any of these stressful mental worries or things that have been on your mind, whether it is to do with your work or your finances. That things are coming to an end and there is transformation. Now, You've got the Ten of Cups, one of the best cards in the deck. This is the happily ever after card. So I feel that this ending, this transformation that is going on, there is a happy ending here for you. And I feel for a lot of you, if there has been financial worries, I mean, you've got the Five of Pentacles here, which does often talk about a feeling of lack or a feeling of not having enough or not having enough support. It's almost like a feeling of you struggling in some way, often financially because it is Pentacles or to do with your work. But this can be also your physical health. If you have been struggling with health or been feeling like there's loss or poverty or hard times around you, there is the happily ever after card right beside it. So the Ten of Cups is there. You have the emotional support and loving support of your family, your friends. You are surrounded by loving energy here to really help you heal and get over any of this kind of heavy energy that you've got in the Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. Wow, gee, Taurus, what's going on here? There is this heavy worrying energy that you have been carrying, I feel. But for a lot of you, the Five of Pentacles often is that feeling of not seeing the help that's available to you. We often see in the traditional card people out in the snow, freezing cold, injured, unwell. But if they turn around, there's a beautiful church window with light streaming through onto them. And if they turned the corner, they would be able to enter the church where it's warm and safe, where there's loving, caring people around them, where they will find solace and also help. And that is financial help, that is emotional help, and mental help if you need it as well. And there is an ending to all of your worries if you change your perspective and look at things differently from a different angle here. So I feel this is going to be happening for a lot of you in December. Now, you've got the Four of Wands. I love this card. This is a card of strength, of building something solid. And it's interesting that it's right beneath the Three of Pentacles, where you see that person building a wall. So for some of you, now this is also the marriage card. So some of you may be getting married or building a life together with another person, but this is joyous. There is a lot of joy, a lot of celebration in the Four of Wands. This can be you physically building a new home with someone, or you might be moving in with someone, but this is wonderful, beautiful energy. But it does ask you to go through the portal. If you look at the trees are making like 11. Even in most Four of Wands cards, you will see like the posts, that structure of four, a post in every corner, and they do make up the numbers 11. So if you can go through that portal, Taurus, into your new life, into a new beginning here, there is wonderful things for you ahead. This is exciting. There's freedom. This is a sense of freedom, of being freed from the energy of that Five of Pentacles where you're feeling trapped, freeing yourself from the mental worries and stresses and torments that you may have, whether it is to do with your work, your finances, your life in general. This is a freedom. It's a joyful event here. And I mean, it is Christmas, so this can be celebrating a joyful time with your family and friends as well, but it's a card of triumph. You've reached a specific milestone in your life, I feel, in December. And this is where that death card comes into it. You are transforming. You've reached a particular stage that now that old life is over, that old stage is over, and you are transforming, and there is triumph. You're moving on to that new life, that new wonderful life which you can celebrate with joy. It's wonderful. I love it. Now, your final card from the Gateway Oracle deck is Igniting Courage. And this is, if you look at the affirmation on this particular card, this is, I am strong, valiant, and courageous. So this is a beautiful card, and you know, it's pretty self-explanatory as well. And I feel like this has a lot to do with your those endings, the 10 of swords, the death card here. It's almost like you are moving forward courageously here. Now, I'm just trying to find this. I want to read it out of the book, so I do apologize here. I'm just finding the page. Now, the meaning of this card is move forward fearlessly. Gather your inner forces and take a risk. Speak up for yourself by honoring your truth. This isn't the time to be timid or hold back. Go forward gallantly with your banner of truth waving in the wind. You are a light bearer for others. The universe wants you to know, be courageous. Being courageous doesn't mean that you're not afraid. It means that in spite of fear and hesitation, you take action anyway. It's all right to fall down, just don't stay down. Do not allow yourself to be limited by the beliefs of others or even your own beliefs. Face your fears. Go beyond the boundaries of your self-imposed barriers. Live passionately and boldly. Now that is an amazing message when it comes to your reading here, Taurus. I feel like, I don't know too many Tauruses that are not strong enough to do this, to be courageous and move forward. I really feel like for a lot of you, you hold that banner of truth. You don't have any fear when speaking out truthfully, speaking out honestly. You have so much integrity. Well, certainly the Taurians that I know in my life are such amazing, strong, wonderful people. But I feel like this is saying, don't be afraid to let go of those things that that have really been, those pins in your head, those worries, those torments, that life that has been holding you back. Go for it here. There is newness ahead and change ahead. So you're strong, you're valiant, you're courageous, Taurus. Go for it. So I hope that resonated with you. Have a wonderful Christmas, Taurus. I hope to see you next month. Bye.